Efforts are commendable, but I don't think she will succeed. It takes a firm hand, not soft feminine fingers.
A moment ago, you were complaining there weren't enough baths.
This is unbelievable.
We support her.
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend, bathhouse proprietor Adam. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated. If someone needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well. And while he's there, a man can shave and take a you-know-what.
So what?
Tokai.
Going to the bath is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people
sir.
died needlessly.
Which wine?
Are
Tokai!
you questioning
the white-
God's plan?
I apologize.
The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste
Boy,
of time.
where is my white?
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle? Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too!
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honours us with his visit. And as we know,
Hey, waiter!
Gunslin
Pour me some
absolutely
monastery
hates
wine.
him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich,
I apologise,
what have you
sir.
got to say about it?
Which wine?
Me?
Monastery red.
I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard?
Monastery
Besides,
wine.
if his men
Here.
attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
like Rutard, true.
I'm sorry.
but In this case,
I
it
wasn't paying
really was nothing.
Everyone in the
Monastery
city
wine.
gossiped about it.
Here.
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself.
I can't
while the
believe
king
this.
is here.
Can't you
That's
tell
true.
red from white, waiter?
Because if we don't do
Sorry,
something
sir.
about him, the
It won't
king
happen
himself
again.
will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows
Waiter,
what he wants to tell
pour me
us.
red wine. If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
I
Are
apologise,
you
sir.
accusing me of
Which one?
lying?
Monastery
Those are
red.
strong words, my friend. Nobody said
Sir?
anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really
Thank you,
happened?
waiter.
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Rutard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any
Skirts!
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If you really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us. That German, Menhard, is just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsooker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself.
I
And
apologise,
to
sir.
accuse a sword
Which way?
master-
Tokai!
Shred of
White!
proof.
Are you deaf?
We're not some old fishwives on the marketplace.
Sir?
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are
Don't hang
punished
around
by
me.
the bailiff.
Vanish,
And
you
that's
hear me?
that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town garrison.
boy,
The
where?
guards are apparently settling accounts their own way. We'll soon
Refill,
be
sir.
the
You
laughing
think I
stock
come
of
to
the whole
castle just to
town.
guzzle wine? Come
But
here.
rest assured, the whole town is already laughing at us all day long. So what if they have one more
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
If I threw out everyone who
I
complains over
really
the
shouldn't,
beer,
sir.
A fine servant you are.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Waiter, get me white.
That's not a good idea, sir.
Since there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses.
I'll have
Just
a
the
cup of
village with
wine.
the monastery, and they are going to work a oil mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to
Boy!
put the city under
Slay is my white.
Besides, I get the feeling there's something
You,
other than
there.
the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Are you
Have we
doing?
met?
Do you?
No.
And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, my friend, your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult
up.
me?
Pour me red
Ah,
wine.
I think not.
Excuse me. You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided
Good.
and still
Now,
provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole
Boy,
town go
I'd
to
like
watch
some
them
white.
brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out.
I apologise,
Not long
sir.
ago, the guards
one?
raided
Are
and
you
threw them all
colourblind?
out.
White.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm sorry. Boy, are you deaf or something? Wine. White.
Sir?
Thank you, waiter.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Elegium Tetonaicat, Skelkineg Utra.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Unlike this plan of fires!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try.
Hey, where's that?
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.